Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I'm going to show you something a little bit outside of the box that I came up with. I was actually thinking about Toys R Us and how it's closing, which really makes me sad because I have a lot of great memories of buying awesome presents for my kids and their friends and all different kinds of friends' kids, etc., etc. It just shows how the internet has changed things, and it's a little bit sad for sure. So anyway, it reminded me of when I was younger and different toys and things like that. And what reminded me of it is I was at a garage sale with my husband this weekend, actually this morning, and we usually go to garage sales and estate sales on Saturdays. And when we do that, we usually find some really great finds. You never know what you need until you see it, right? So with that, I will sometimes find some really great deals. I found a phenomenal printer that someone was getting rid of because they just didn't want to use it anymore. It's a large format color printer for scrapbooking. Yes, not kidding. Although the ink cost me about 10 times as much as the actual printer, I'm really excited to use it and it's a cool thing. So at any rate, I like to be a deal kind of girl. I like to use coupons. I like to make my money stretch as far as it can. And with doing so, and in doing so, there's the first one, we bought this. So today I saw this and I got this set for 50 cents. Not all of the pieces are there, but that's okay because it does the job for me, and I will show you what we have. So we have this. All these little pieces came inside. I will show you how I used it for my little project. Now last week I showed you how to make some really fast basic card blanks. So in doing so, you basically just make some variation of card blanks like these, which are the examples that I had. You know, something like this. You can use them like this, however you want to use them. Just different variations of things that you can use for your cards and just have them on hand. Well, the one thing that you're missing is sentiments, and that was the entire purpose of having them this way, is because of the fact that you never know what kind of card you need until you need it. So with that, I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you how to make some cool things, and this would be kind of neat to even have your kids make. And since spring break is coming, some of us don't always go somewhere, and if you're not going to go somewhere, this is a perfect project. So I thought, well, why not? Why don't we make this cool little creation, and your kids can help along. So what I have here is it's either a Spica, or Spica pen. Everybody calls it something different. I love it because it's very glittery and it's cool. I'm actually going to the Scrapbook Expo soon, and I will be buying more of these because I like them so much, and hopefully they'll have them there. But one of the reasons why I really like them is, I'm not sure if you can see it super well, but I'm going to give you a super duper close up and just turn it a little bit so you can see how it glistens. There's like little pieces of like glitter, or I can't remember if it's mica in there. I can't remember what's in there. But anyway, it's really cool and it makes it glittery. So that's what I like about these pens. And they work fantastic and I love them. So with that, I took this little pen, and it's lipstick, if you're wondering what color it is, and I made this creation right here. So you could use this for sentiments. You could use this for a little image. You could use this for a bookmark. You could use this for a magnet. There's a lot of things you can do with this. But my thought was this would be a really cool place, or really cool decoration for sentiments, and you can make a bunch of those and have those on hand, and then be able to just slap some glue on it, or a 3D foam piece of tape, and you're set. So that would be my idea. If you haven't watched me before, I will tell you this. I love to do creative things. I love to have things look nice and clean and neat. I do not like taking 14 hours to make a project. I don't like usually taking more than 20. I figure I have a lot of things to do and very little time to do it, and I love my family and spending time with them. And if I spend 14 hours on a project, that is 13 hours and 40 minutes that I could be doing something else with them rather than creating a 20-minute project. So with that, I will continue. Don't get me wrong, I love it when people make beautiful projects. I love it when they're, you know, really detailed and things like that. It's just, for me, not my style, but I can totally appreciate the beautiful artistry in those projects. So what I have here, this is part of the Spirograph, and you just have a little circle, and you have a little baby circle inside, And it's kind of cool because you're just basically taking a pen and you're going in a circle, and that's how you create the design. It's really simple. Now the one thing I will tell you is it's important that you use a pen that has a little bit of a thickness right here, because if you don't, it will make a mess and it will also fly up here and it'll ruin your picture. So let's hope this works first try. I did try to use a Sharpie pen like this. It did not work. Don't use them. You need something a little bit thicker in the tip. I'll show you what I mean here. I don't normally like to use Sharpie because it's not always acid-free, but see how thin that is versus, whoops, as I drop it. See how thin it is versus there? There is enough of a difference to where it doesn't keep the little piece in place, so it doesn't grab on, and then it does kind of slide all over the place. So you want to use a little bit thicker tip, all right? Typically, I remember when I was younger, we used regular ballpoint pens with these. So if you wanted to use ballpoint pens, you could use those too. Like I said, this is a really cool project for kids. If you want to have them create something, you could make sure you have your 2.5-inch punch or whatever size you decide to create with this, and have them go crazy punching out, or they can create these and you can go crazy punching them out yourself. Either way. So I would suggest you start on a corner. Don't start in the middle because it'll look silly and it won't look as uniform. Unless you don't like uniform, then do what you like. I would keep your pen straight up, and right here, I don't know if you can see it very well, you have little holes there. See, there you go, that's probably better. See those little holes? You're going to stick your pen in one of those holes, okay? Personally, it doesn't really matter which one you start with. I've been starting with the one closest, but it doesn't really matter. You'll end up getting the same look. So we're just going to hold this little circle on the outside really tight, and you're just going to roll it around, just like this. Now again, this is old. I don't even remember what year this started. I love these. I remember doing this when I was little, and I just think it's really super duper cool and creative and fun. So why not, right? And I have finished because I can see where I started and where it's ended. That, my friend, is done. That's how fast it was. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that sound like fun? Wouldn't that be a fun little project? So say, for example, you want to do some birthday ones. You can do them in blue. You can even do a yellow one on top of it. Just start it in a different circle and it would be a little bit of a different look. Or start in a different place. And you might even be able to get some other ones. The other thing, too, I wanted to show you in this set, now this is nothing compared to what's really in this set, as you saw, but you can start with larger discs and get a different look. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, you could do that, and you can do that right here with this area. So maybe be a little bit bigger circle or a little bit smaller circle. You'd have to play with it to see exactly what look you're looking for. Okay, so now simply what we're going to do is we're just going to turn our little 2.5-inch punch over like so, and maybe it'll fit, but probably not. So I'm going to take out my scissors, and I'm going to, oops, I have some tape still on here. How about that? I don't know if I even put that there. I wonder if that was somebody else using my scissors, which happens a lot. I'm still missing my one favorite pair of scissors. Never mind, I have 20 different pair, but the one specific pair I like, of course, is missing. So let's try this again. So I cut off the edge because it wouldn't go all the way into the punch here. And if you see right here, I'm going to try to center it really well. See, like that? And then you just punch it. I don't need my punch anymore, so I'm going to close that up, set that right here. And that, my friend, is our little sentiment holder, or our little sentiment you can use as a 3D decoration by just popping a few of these on here. I'll show you. You just put, say, 2 of these on here. These are foam rectangles. And then if you wanted to, you could place this right on this, say this card right here. You can put it right here if you wanted to, just as a decoration, and you're set. That is literally what I was talking about. Having something ready to go, still looks very nice, still is handmade, doesn't have to be super duper elegant or fancy or busy or anything, but you've got it done. And guess what? Someone who receives that is going to love it. So I hope you enjoyed this creation today. I really hope that you think outside of the box and make sure that you know it's super duper important for you to make sure you spend time with loved ones, families. It's important that you take that time, make family time, even if it's for 20 minutes and you get to stop and give each other a hug or something, because you never know how much time you have, and it's really important that you do that. I love my boys, including my husband. So when I say my boys, I mean my 2 boys and my husband. Those are my boys. I love my boys, and it's important to me to spend time with them, and we love doing that. And I hope that you are making sure that you spend time with the ones that you love. Make sure you know that your time is precious. So, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it. I know your time is precious too. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you think outside of the box and you create something like this for spring break or for something else. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for going on a creative journey with Melissa. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.